Hey guys, I thought I would take a minute to discuss some things about the hobby that's been on my mind again lately. Um, as most of you know, I'm on a lot of groups and I run quite a few different groups, so it takes a lot of time of my day. A lot of times in the morning when I get up, I'm printing labels from things that's sold online. During that time, I might share memes or pictures of stompers, things like that. So, what I typically try to do is when I get up in the morning, I will go to the Stomper Museum and I'll post up, something relevant for the day or a new photo to try to get some activity. And I've noticed over time that we might get three or four people hitting like, or maybe a couple people participate and show a picture of their Stompers, which is great. But we're to the point where we have 2,600 members on the group now. And to only get a few pictures and a few likes here and there, it seems like I'm spinning my wheels sometimes. Um, I feel like I have to crack the whip to really get any activity. So it makes me wonder: are stompers just not that exciting to people? I've been really excited through my entire collecting of stompers from beginning till now. Um, I realize that once they're on the shelf, once you've seen them a couple times, people think, I don't want to keep sharing the same things over and over. But the problem is there's only so many stompers. There's only so many grails out there. So we're going to see the same things. We're going to reshare the same things from time to time. And I kind of get tired of being the one to have to always crack the whip um, and take the time out of my day every time to try to keep the group going. Um, it's a lot to take care of with a lot of people, especially like my history page. My local history page has like around 8,000 people on it or something. It's not super huge, but compared to Stompers, it's a lot more activity and a lot more to take care of. And I have admins that help, and they help approve people. And if somebody posts spam, they delete it or whatever needs taken care of. And on the Stomper group, I know there are a few guys that are helping, and they do actually actively participate to help me get people approved and things like that, and I appreciate it. But sometimes it just feels like I'm the only one interested, um, and I want to see other people's stuff. I want to see collections. I want to see everyone else having fun and showing off. It's not showing off to rub it in people's faces. It's showing off to spread the fun and the joy, the activity of stompers. And I realize we don't really have a sport really that is linked to stompers other than the stomper pulling, and not everybody is into that. So we don't have a cartoon from the 80s that was stomper related. We don't have a lot of that stuff. But I'm on garbage pail kid groups, and I see the same people talking about the same things all the time, and they're always excited about a card. A card, you can't turn it on. It doesn't run on its own. It doesn't go on a track. It doesn't pull anything. But yet, people are constantly excited and finding new excitement in the same old cards. So I often wonder why stompers don't do that for people. Um, I'm on groups where people talk about BMX bikes, and there's only so many BMX bikes, and you typically see the same ones over and over. And they did have a sport attached to BMX, so that does make it a little bit different. And every kid rode a bicycle, so you know it's a little bit bigger. But at the same time, I see the same posts over and over, and they always seem to be excited about it. So again, it's just made me review where I'm at with the Stomper group lately. Uh, Obviously, I'm not leaving the Stomper group, but lately you might have noticed I've not been as active on there. I still post in the morning, but I've quit worrying about it because I'm like, it's kind of aggravating that you post and you don't hear anything when there's 2,600 members and nobody cares. So it's not like I'm sitting around like I'm a like whore or something where I've got to get likes every time. It just, for me, it's telling me that the hobby is not that active, or that not that people aren't that into participating. So I'm just wondering what I can do to get people to participate. Now, another thing that I've noticed is whenever I post a free giveaway contest, we will have hundreds of people participating, people I've never heard of. Now, I understand when there's free stuff, people are always going to jump up and it's going to draw more attention. And there's a little piece of me that likes that it's that active. Um, I like getting that excitement up, but I don't want the excitement to just be about something free. I'd like the excitement to be that you're getting a Stomper. Um, so I don't know really what to do at this point to try to encourage activity. I can't give free stuff away all the time. It is fun and I do like that, but and we will still do some of those. But I want it to be that active when it's not something free. I'd like to get more members, but it doesn't do any good to get more members if the ones that's there don't post. So, everybody has a phone in their hand right now. I don't, I don't understand why you can't go out, set your Stomper up some way that looks cool and snap a picture. Take it out by your wife's pond out back, take a picture, set it in your next to your shrubs with some of the rocks and stuff down underneath it or something and set it in there and take a picture. It's not hard to do and share it up, and say, hey, this is my favorite Stomper. What's your favorite? Stuff like that. It gets people talking. And sometimes I just think that if I'm constantly doing it, I'm just overdoing. And it's not that I'm trying to overdo it, but I do have an excitement about them. I'm passionate about Stompers, obviously, or I wouldn't have all these in here. Um, so anyway, it's just something that I've had on my mind, and I wanted to uh, put it out there that I'd like to see more activity in the hobby. I don't want to guilt people into it. I don't want to have to bribe people into it. I just want some feedback. Why are people not that excited that they can post or take pictures or share ads or share posts or do something? I do have a Stomper Museum page also, separate from the group, and it's called The Stomper Museum. And on it, I share stuff, and nobody comments, but it's more of a page. And with a page, it's not really a group oriented, it's just me posting about Stompers. So I've often thought, it isn't any different posting on the page than it is the group. When I post on the page, I get 2 or 3 likes. Somebody might post a picture of something they have, and we move on. And it's public and it's shareable, so people that aren't into Stompers can also participate, which is cool. But with the group, like I said, it's a group, and a group should be having group activity. There should be, it shouldn't just be me, is what I'm saying. If it's only me, then so be it. But I'm just kind of getting tired of being alone in the hobby. And I know that people don't want to post their big collections or their big rare stuff because, they don't want to be hounded to death. Every time somebody posts something on there that's cool, somebody jumps on them right away. Hey, you want to sell that? If they did want to sell it and they put a price on it, people would be like, oh, that's too high. Well, where are you going to find some of these? If you can't find it, then there's no normal price. The other day that black Porsche sold on eBay for like seven something. A year or two ago, that would have went for over $1,000 right away because it's one of the rare ones. And if I didn't already have one, I would have been bidding, and it probably would have went for 1,500 if I was involved. Seems like. But it just sometimes I just wonder where the hobby's going and if people are really that excited. I realize that right now we a lot of people are broke. People are worried about their jobs. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I totally get it. And we don't have a stimulus now. We're not all sitting at home with COVID. There's lots of variables besides, just that. We're also right in the middle of summer, which is always a slow time, and it usually picks up in the fall. So I take all this into account, but it's been pretty slow, slower than normal, and I just like to see some feedback. Maybe make some comments when I post this video, and let me know what your thoughts are about the current state of the hobby. because I've got other groups where it's not as exciting as Stompers, but people are more active. They participate, they share, they post their pictures, they do their thing, and after a while, you go where the action is the old saying, and the action is not in the Stomper groups. It seems like it's like you got to work your ass off just to get anybody to reply to anything you post. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm actually sitting here right now thinking I don't know if I'm even going to post this video because I feel like I'm just being a whiny ass. But um, again, this is just I want to hear your thoughts on the subject. I want to know what you think. Um, we've had a lot of guys sell their collections in the last year or so those guys are no longer actively collecting, so that makes a difference. So if people just start dropping out, then the hobby will die. And you know, it's not that hard to throw a like, click a like. Oh, that hurt. It doesn't feel good and it doesn't hurt. If you see something that's cool, click like on it. I don't understand it. I click like on everything that I like. I mean, maybe I'm an over liker, but I just let people know. I'm like, thanks for posting. Click like, thumbs up, good job. Appreciate your participation. Uh, so I don't know. Maybe I'm different, but anyway, I'd like to see some thoughts. So just go down there and let us know what you think about the hobby right now, the current state, and let me know. And hopefully, you all will stomper on.